Leadership Fairfax is proud to honor Dr. Gerald Gordon of the Fairfax County Economic Development Authority for his efforts in bringing world-class employers to Fairfax and for helping to shield our community from the effects of recession.
Well, Jerry and I got to know each other when I was on the county board, and he worked for the Economic Development Authority. When I was elected chairman of the county board, we faced a horrendous budget crisis, and we had to come in and chop everything across the board except in two areas. We spent more money on IT and we spent more money on economic development. Jerry made the case successfully that we had to really continue to invest in our future. So we entrusted him with more money, and more businesses came as a result.
We've been described by Time magazine as a job machine in Fairfax County, and our jobless rate is very low, especially compared to the rest of the nation. And much of that work is done by Jerry and members of the Economic Development Authority.
You know that what his vision is, what his mission is, what his goal is, and that makes it much easier to work with him in that regard. And you know that he's not going to waver from that. And I think that's very important when you're talking about leadership.
He's got a great sense of humor. He's very engaging. He listens extremely well.
Jerry is focused. He's focused on improving the quality of life in Northern Virginia, and particularly in Fairfax County, through jobs in various sectors. He is committed during the ups, and he's committed during the downs.
People forget what this county was like in the early 90s when we had 40% of our office space vacant. How important Jerry was to our economic development plans that now make us the envy of most of the world.
His sense of humor, his sense of fun, his sense of competitiveness, all of those things, you know, I think sort of make up the essence of Jerry.
He's got a lot of pictures in his office. That's one thing when you go visit Jerry that you always enjoy. There's pictures of world leaders on the wall, and there's pictures of baseball heroes. And I think Jerry looks up to some of the baseball heroes, and I think that he's probably derived some of his style and some of his values and standards from the baseball heroes of the past.
In spite of the fact that Jerry Gordon is a Yankee fan, he's the kind of friend that you'd like to have in a foxhole with you, because you know that in a fight, he's always going to be there, and you're going to be able to depend on him in a crisis.
He reminds all of us that being in Fairfax County, we have a special opportunity and we have a special obligation. He encourages us to do what's right on the economy side, but also far beyond.
I have watched him come to civic and homeowner associations, and sometimes that community, you know, maybe doesn't understand economic development as much as, you know, other groups might. And Jerry has a way of really boiling it right down to what's important to them. I've watched him in action, and I've really come to appreciate the way he can communicate. It's a gift.
But if you give the ball to Jerry Gordon, he's going to take it into the end zone every time. And you know, that's the kind of talent that he has. That's the kind of spirit he brings to the job. And that's the kind of job he's delivered to this county for the last couple decades.
Please join Leadership Fairfax in honoring Dr. Gerald Gordon with the 2011 Regional Leadership Award.